coin roll hunting. Hey YouTube, this is Doug Green Cabby, and today we're going to be doing some coin roll hunting. Now there is a strategy out there that is called coin roll weighing, and this strategy is stated, a lot of people have said, hey, why don't you weigh your coins so you don't have to take as long, so that you can narrow down to which ones have silver and which ones don't. So we're going to either try to debunk or prove that theory today. We have our trusty little scale, and basically what the motto has been is that you're not going to find any silver in rolls that are 225 grams or less. So what we're going to do is we're going to weigh them and see if any of them have 225 grams or more, and we'll separate those. And then we'll show you what's in the rolls and what's not. A lot of people say that if you have 225.1 or 225.2, then you may or may not have silver, but if it's 225.3 and higher, you're guaranteed to have silver in there. So we're going to look. Now one thing that you need to look at is that, in 1998 and 95, they came out with super skinny half dollars, so that's going to kind of skew that a little bit. Also, what about if there's only 19 of those half dollars in there, or if there's 21? That's going to also skew it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through this, we're going to weigh our rolls, we're going to open it up with our trusty survival knife, and we're going to go from there. So let's go ahead and see. We got this fresh from the bank. Now, what you want to do is when you're coin roll hunting, you want to, one, find a bank that is willing to order your half dollars for free. Also, you want to find a bank where you can dump your coins for free. And what that means is to either take them in a plastic bag and have them coin roll sorted for you so you can get your cash back and they don't charge, or if you put them back in rolls and you can deposit them. Now, anything over $100, anything over $50, they'll charge you a fee. So you need to call all your banks around and find out which ones you can dump for free and which ones you can order for free. So this is fresh from the bank. And the first thing that you want to do is you want to look and see if you find any that are actually showing. You need to find some and see if they're actually showing any silver coins on them. And those are called end of roll rolls. And what that means is that it has silver in the roll that you can actually see. And a lot of banks aren't willing to order the halves anymore because they're really not too much in circulation. But some of the bigger banks will be willing to do so. And if you are actually asking these banks, some will say, oh, we're going to charge you $5 a box or $8 a box. You don't really want to pay a bunch of money a box to actually get these in because you may not actually find any silver in there. If you don't find silver and you're paying $5 a box, you're automatically losing money to start with. And that is never a good business venture to already start losing money, And people are not going to pay their bills doing coin roll hunting, but they may be able to get some free silver if they have free time. A lot of people will say, oh, well, I waste a lot of money in gas going back and forth to the bank. Only stop by the bank when you're driving that way, Don't just go by the bank just because you want to get out there and, waste your gas. All the old half dollars, the old ones to 1964 were 90% silver. That's what you're looking for. Those are the glorious ones. You got Benjamin Franklin, you got Walking Liberties, and of course you got the Kennedy halves. And then starting in 1965 to 1969, they are 40% silver. Now, there were some minted in 1970 that had silver, but those were only for the proof sets, so you may or may not find some 1970s that have silver. But this first one here, we got an end of the roll that's 1967, so that's going to be a 40% silver. So what we're going to do is we're going to weigh this one first to see what the weight is. So we've got it in grams right now. We're going to go ahead and weigh it. So this one here says 228. So most likely, this should have at least 2 pieces of silver in it. This one also says 228. So let's see what else we got here. Okay, so we're going to go through these really quick, and we're going to go ahead and measure these, and we'll actually see what our outcomes are. So this one has guaranteed silver in it. I've got 228 and 226. So we're going to go ahead and go through these, sort them out, and we'll show you what we got. So we got them all sorted. Now, these here were all 228, and I can tell you if there is a silver piece in every single one of these, I'm going to scream and jump for joy. Now, in exciting news, we actually found a second one that was an end of the roll. We got a 1967 that is going to be a 40% silver, and a 1968 40% silver end of the roll. So that's actually a good sign, because anytime that you find end of the roll silvers, that means that you might have a good quantity of silver in here. So that's 2 automatic, and both of these weigh 228 grams. And then we had 2 other ones that we thought, hey, these are pretty yucky and nasty on the ends, so these might be silver, and these are also 228 grams. I've got 2 that have guaranteed silver, and we'll save those for last. two that we think might have silver. They're all 228. This whole pile here is 228, and then these are 226. So we're going to save these for last and see maybe if they have something. But if so, this might prove that if you weigh your rolls, you'll have the ability to snap up the time a lot quicker. Now remember, there may be the little bit of tendency of differentiation if you're missing one of the coins from the roll. If you have an additional coin in the roll, you maybe have a different type of coin in there, like a foreign coin or a token or something like that. Right here we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We got 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 rolls that were 226. And the remainder were 228. So let's get into it and see what we got. See if I can get into it with my big survival knife. One thing to note is that there were some silver proofs in the Bicentennials. So what you do is you take your Bicentennials and you look and you see if they have a white edge. If they don't have a white edge, that means that they're going to be clad and you don't have silver. So this is $10 worth, absolutely no silver in it, and these were 228 grams. So that might look kind of bad on there. Okay, so let's get into it. Bunch of shiny 70s, but no silver. Alright, we got one in there that might be silver. I don't know if you can see, but it looks like there's a difference in color right there. Let's see if that's a silver one. Boom! Benjamin Franklin, 90% silver, right there. Okay, that's going to be a 1954, 90% silver. You don't find those Ben Franklins very often. That's pretty nice. And the great thing is when you got those 90% silvers, you can actually tell when looking at the thing because you'll actually have the white. It'll be much lighter than the rest of them. A lot of times when you have the 40% silver, sometimes they will actually blend in with the clad ones because they have less silver content. Okay, so we're down 5 rolls. We got a Benjamin Franklin 90%. Boom! I love it. And looking at it right here, we might have another one. Let's see what we got there. Boom! Look at that. Boom! I love it. 1967. That means that's a 40% silver right there. That's a payday. I love it. Okay, so this strategy might be working. We'll have to see. Boom! Right there. Look at that. That is nice. 1966. That's a 40%er right there. Okay, so we're having pretty good luck so far. Maybe this actually has some credit to it, being able to weigh your rolls, because as you see, the proof is in the pudding so far. We got 3. Now, one thing you need to look at, though, there are some in here that did not have rolls. We're getting ready to do, 8 rolls? 8 rolls so far. We've only found 3 pieces of silver, but that's pretty high likelihood, though, so... Boom! Right there. Look at that one. That is nice. 1968. That's a 40%er. I love it. I'll tell you what, there is nothing better than sitting down after a day of work and making stacks of money. I love it. Okay, we see one that's well worn in there. That might be promising. Let's see what we got. I don't see any with any white endings there, so that might not be a good sign. Let's see. Oh, wait. Look at that. Boom! I love it. Money maker. Right there. 1968. That's a 40%er. That's nice. Alright, so we've gone through $100 worth. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Getting free silver at your bank is nice. Alright, so let's go through some more. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put these in a bank because one of our banks allows us to drop $100 per day at no charge. So we're going to go ahead and divide these up into $100. And what we need to do is take 5 out of the next roll so that we make sure that we have $100 so that we can drop at the bank for free, so that if our other bank's coin machine is broken, which it happens quite often when they're sorting a lot of coins, then that gives us the opportunity to go ahead and do it free of charge and get some more wonderful free silver. Alright, So you just want to get into these as fast as you can so that you can get on to the next rolls. Okay, it looks like we might have 2 white edges in there. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see what we got here. Boom! Right there. 1964. That's a 90%er. Alright, let's see what else we got in here. Boom! 1966. That is a 40%er. So far in our rolls, we've got 2 90%ers, a Ben Franklin and a 1964 Kennedy. We got 2, 4, 5, and then we got 6, 7 guaranteed 40%ers, which is awesome. So let's get in here and see if there's anything else. This one looks, let's see. Boom! Look at that. 3-in-1 roll. 1967. Booyaka! I love it. 1967, that's a 40%er. Making money. Alright. I'm loving this. See, the great thing is you can spend this time at home with your family. You can get your kids into coin roll hunting. And this gives you the opportunity to not only have a nice hobby, but possibly make some money on the side. You know, and a lot of people are like, how are you going to make money with silver coins? And the great thing is you can sell these on eBay. You can take them to coin shops. You can take them to the We Buy Gold and Silver stores. There's all kinds of possibilities. Or you can save it for the future. If you feel like the economy is going to collapse and the dollar is going to be worthless, precious metals are always worth something. Whether it's gold or silver, it's wonderful. Okay, and as we told you, right here is one of those skinny 1995s. And it actually is a big difference between the regular one and the 95. Super skinny. So, like I said, that might skew your rolls a little bit. So let's see what we got in here. Look at that. Booyaka! I love it, I love it, I love it. 1968, that's another 40%er. Sometimes when you're finding all this free silver, you get a little bit too excited, I'll tell you that. Keep it going. Okay, we got one well worn in here. Let's see what that is. Nothing. Oh, there we go. It's one of those 95s. It's going to be one of the thinner points. Boom! Look at that. There we go. 1967, 40%er. We love it. Love it. All right. I think we're doing pretty good. And so far, this looks like one of our average hauls so far. You know, I don't know if you saw one of our previous videos. We actually got a tremendous amount of silver. We're doing really good right now. So far, we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 pieces of guaranteed silver, 2 90%ers. So we're having fun. Let's do this. Oh, there's the beauty right there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a 90%er right there. You see the white rim on it? Can you get up close to that? Let's see, right here. Wow, that actually is not a 90%er. It's a 1969, which is a 40%er. But that one just jumped right out of there. That's kind of crazy. 1969, 40%er. That's crazy. Could have swore that would have been a 90%. You got to make sure you have your good opener here. That's instrumental to finding all this silver. Look at that. Boom. This one just fell right out. 1966. Boom, boom, boom. Booyaka. 40%. Now this one did not have any silver in it, but it did have 5 Bicentennials. So maybe that's a little tip or trick right there, that if it weighs out to a higher weight, it might have a bunch of Bicentennials in there. Alright, we're going to try to get in the finale here. Last couple of rolls. Now remember, this one all started here. Our goal was to see if rolls weighed a certain amount if they had silver. The ones so far that we found silver in have weighed 228 grams. The ones that we have not weighed yet, that we have not gone through yet, weigh 226. So the ones that we found, all of these pieces of silver, all weighed 228 grams. Now we looked online and a lot of people were saying anything over 225 grams, 225.2 would have silver in it. You know, like I said, right here, we've got 226 grams, and we've got 228 grams. Now we know that these have silver in it because we've seen them on the end of the roll. That's the end of a roll silver. We're going to save those for last. But what we found is a lot of these that skewed at the 228 have had bicentennials, like a couple of bicentennials in there, or the 95 or 98 ones, which actually came out a little bit skinnier. So right there, we got one of the skinny ones, which is a 2005, and we got a bicentennial, another bicentennial, so no silver in that roll there. We got the 1967, it's going to be a 40% silver. Okay, so we know we got an automatic silver, the 68. Alright, so thus far, the ones that we weighed out, what do we got? We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We got 12 of the 40%ers, and we got 2 of the 90%ers in the ones that were 228 grams. Now we're just going to go through these really quick and see if there's any silver. If there is, we'll come back to you. If not, we're not going to waste your time, but these were the ones that are 226 grams. And what we'll do is we'll do a synopsis at the end to let you know whether we found any silver in here, and if we did, how many we found. Alright, so here's a sad face right here, because the very first roll that I went through that had the 226 had a 40% silver. So if we would not have searched this, it would have been completely gone and missing. This one here is a 1968. That's a 40% silver. That would have been a piece of silver that we would have missed if we did not search that. But we'll show you what else we find. So hopefully you don't find too many frowns. This one we found here, actually in the roll, it had a 95, which are the skinnier ones, as well as 2 bicentennials, which we found, we think, actually skews the rolls a little bit. So this one here is a little bonus silver. Alright, so here's our second frowny face of the night. Just the very second roll that we're doing, that's 226 grams, right here is a 40% silver. 1967, I don't know if you can see that there. 1967, 40% silver. That's another one we would have missed. If you look, there are 3, 4, 5 bicentennials in there, so we're thinking that might be skewing it a little bit. But once again, that's the second roll that we've done that was 226, and it's got a 40% piece of silver. So we've got our third frown face of the day. As you see, big frown. We've got another 40% silver there. That's going to be a 1969, the edge of the silver days right there. Wonderful piece, so we almost didn't get that one. We did have 2 bicentennials there, so maybe that skewed it. Alright, unfortunately we got another frown face right here. You see is a 40%er. We got one more 1969, so that's another one that would have fell through the crack if we would not have gone to the 226. Now remember, the ones that almost all of them had right here, all of them had the silver in it, were 228 grams. The ones that are 226 grams, so far we found 4 pieces of silver that we would not have found if we did not search the 226 gram roll. Alright, this is our haul from our coin roll hunting, where free silver is available for everyone. Now, like I said, we went ahead and we measured all of our rolls. We had some that were 228 grams and some that were 226 grams. Now, all the ones that were 228 grams are all right here. We had 12 of the 40%ers. We had 2 of the 90%ers, including a Ben Franklin, which is always nice. Right there, beautiful. Okay, that'll go nice with our other Ben Franklin and our Walking Liberties that we found. In some of our 226 gram ones, we actually found 4 silver coins. Now the question is, did it pay off that we weighed these ones and we were able to pull these out rather quickly? Should we just give up here and not look at the rest of the rolls? Now, if we didn't look at the rest of the rolls, we'd be missing 4 pieces of silver. That's up to you. If you want to give up free silver, you can do that. If you want to sort these and be excited about these and run home and tell your family about it, that's great. But for me, I would hate to give up 4 additional pieces of silver because I didn't want to check the ones that had 226 grams. So one thing you want to watch out for is, you know, we got 2 coins here, and this definitely skews what you got. So you see here, this one here has a huge divot in the end. Looks like someone actually tried to drill through it to see the center. And this one here has the same kind of thing, but it's right here in the center. It's got a big hole in it. Okay, right there.
So I don't know if you guys can see that, but that can definitely skew it. Also, like we said, in some of the rolls that had silver that skewed a different weight, we saw a lot of the Bicentennials, a lot of the 95s and the 98s, which the 95s and 98s are skinnier than everything else, and the Bicentennials seems like they weigh a little bit more. And then I told you we're not in this for numismatics, but we found this one here. This one is almost near mint. It's 1980, and it's almost near mint. You know, the edges, everything is beautiful. So it's definitely uncirculated. I don't think it's a proof, but beautiful, beautiful coin, 1980. And so it's got an amazing luster on it, beautiful patina. So we're going to go ahead and hold on to that. We're going to throw that into our collection. But like I said, there is free silver to be had for all. I don't know if the weighing it is going to be a successful strategy, because weighing it, like I said, all of these here were the 228 grams, but if we just passed up on it after that, we would have missed these 4 coins here. So if you want to give up some silver, you might want to weigh it. If not, go ahead and look through all your coins, get excited, share it with your friends and family, and make sure that you pick up all the free silver you can, because your banks are giving it away right now. Alright, this was another exciting adventure where we did some coin roll hunting, and we tested a myth that is out there that you can go ahead and weigh your coins instead of coin roll hunting or searching. So I think that it shows that you must get in there and dig into those rolls and see what you got. If you want to throw away free silver, that's fine, because then me and my family can find it, and we'll be really excited about that. If you get a chance, please subscribe if you want to see more coin roll hunting videos, as well as more videos on how to make money, on how to save money, and how to live green. If you get a chance, please throw this up on Google Plus and Facebook. Share with all your friends and family. Show them how they can actually make money and get free silver from the bank each and every day. As always, please favorite, please like, please tweet, please pin. Throw a big thumbs up on it if you like free silver. And as always, share the knowledge so that all of your friends and family and all of us can make tons of money and save tons of money. We'll talk to you later. Coin roll hunting. Let's go coin roll hunting.